Hello everyone, I'm Akshasan and welcome back to the Red Devils podcast. I think I'm missing something. No, it's not Red Devils podcast anymore. I think it's the United Talk. Yeah, man, fuck. Old habits die hard. I can't help it. It's a new thing and we are moving in the new direction. So why not let's make it the United Talk, where we're gonna talk about Manchester United and everything that's floating around Manchester United. But those who have already subscribed to my channel, they must be knowing everything about me and the Man United channel. Actually, fan channel. But because we're not sponsored by anyone, we are not like paid. Like you can see, this is nothing. This is nothing. I'm not getting even peanuts for this. But anyways, welcome back. Welcome back to the new United Talk channel. And right now we're gonna talk about the press conference reaction. A very quick press conference reaction. But before we go for that press conference session, I'm going to talk about something about the new ownership that's really exciting for all the fans, United fans around the world, because it's Thursday today, and today Qatar representatives will be in Carrington and they are going to show their presentation to Glazers, and they're going to quote the final bid that they are actually going to buy Man United. And that's going to be really interesting because it's Thursday today. And today they are representing Qatar, and on Friday, like tomorrow after the match, Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be in Carrington and he will be placing his bet. He will be showing their presentation in front of the Glazers. And as many of you may know this, if you are following this channel, and even last week I told you about this, that Elliott Investment, who last year used to up until last year, they used to own in AC Milan, the Italian giants, and they were at Carrington last week. So if they were in Carrington last week, and today Qatar representatives will be there to show their presentation, and then tomorrow there will be Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I still believe that there are still one or two more surprise, let's say the bidders, let's say the term bidders, because I know it's a very tough competition between Qatar Investments and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, but I still believe that there are some other players at at the back of this whole scenario. They have not been highlighted, they have not been in the press, and that's really exciting, because obviously we all want Qatar to own this club, because nobody's talking about morality right now. Everybody wants Manchester United back at the top, and what happened with Liverpool was really a disgrace, and nothing can wipe that off. Nothing can wipe that off. Even if we go on and win FA Cup and or Europa League, and we try to we just manage to stay in the top 4. It's gonna be a great season for us, because for us, when the season started with this squad, Erik Ten Hag as a new manager of this club, we just wanted a top 4 position and maybe a trophy, even if it's like, if it was the last resort, but the top 4 was the only priority. And now we already have one trophy. We are still in the FA Cup, we are still in Europa League, and we are still number 3rd. So that's kind of a big thing for us. It's a huge season for us, but unfortunately, Liverpool fan, Arsenal fan, Man City fans, and everyone who hates Man United is gonna rub our noses in their face in this 7-0 defeat against Liverpool, and that's gonna be a disgrace. But anyways, so that was enough about the ownership thing, because as of now there are no other breaking news, or no other media leaks are there. The only thing that's floating around Manchester United is that today Qatar representatives will be showing the presentation, and tomorrow Sir Jim Ratcliffe. And I think Friday night will be like really important for all Manchester United fans around the world, because this was phase 2. This was phase 2, and now I think we're gonna see all this process speed up. I think so, because once they've all made their bids, once they have all shown their presentation to the Glazers, I'm pretty much confident about this. Glazers will be like confident about which one to eliminate and which one to secure, and they'll surely try to wrap this up as soon as they can. They don't want to stuck at right now. They need to cash in at this thing, because they want their money. That's all they care about. We've been through this. That's all they care about. They don't give a fuck about Manchester United, the performance on the pitch, the players off the field, on the field. So they just want to cash in, and I think this is the right time. I really think they need to leave. I don't even want one single representative or a man hired by Glazers apart from Erik Ten Hag. I don't even want one single person who was hired in the management by Glazers. I want all of them gone. I actually want all of them gone. But enough about that. Let's delve on to that press conference, because it was a very nice press conference. I'm not gonna delve on all the things that were discussed during that conference, because it more or less it was a kind of like repeated questions, because he was first we're gonna talk about injuries, because last game we saw that Garnacho was subbed off, and he actually suffered a very bad tackle. That was a scissor tackle. You can't just wrap your legs around another player who was actually coming in speed. And surprisingly, the referee, the VAR, they all were just licking asses of their own, and they couldn't even care shit about the Manchester United. I mean, one day before that match, Leicester versus Chelsea match, there were at least 3 red card incidents, but none of them were booked. Everything was overlooked. But when it comes to Manchester United, everyone wants to target Man United, because let's face it, who else you can, who else you need to blame? You can do something bad to United, and then that's what you're gonna get. Look at Piers Morgan, what he did with Ronaldo. So definitely, I'm not talking about Ronaldo incident right now, but the point is, when you're taking a dig at Man United, it's gonna definitely give you a sense of reputation, and that's what VAR, the referees, Andre Morena, and what was the name of the other person? I can't even remember another man. I actually wrote it somewhere. And Anthony Taylor. I mean, these two assholes, Andre Morena and Anthony Taylor, these two assholes, they overlooked everything, and they are at the top of the referee association, and that's really disappointing to see, because of one bad tackle we lost Eriksen. Then because of one bad tackle we lost Van de Beek. Now it was again Casemiro. Even before Casemiro was booked, that wasn't a red card, and then he was straight away sent off in the last time, and then again that happened. Casemiro was again sent off. It wasn't a bad tackle. It wasn't it was seen in the slow-mo video that he was first touching the ball, but still he was sent off, as that was a very bad tackle. That was extremely dangerous and everything. I mean, fuck off. I mean, literally fuck off. And then after that scissor tackle on Garnacho, and now he's out for weeks. He may be back before the end of the season, but he's definitely out for at least a month. And we are in the second half of the March, and just imagine what's going to happen with us, because we are the only team in the Premier League who's actually having matches in Europa League, FA Cup, and then Premier League. And then just imagine what's going to happen with us, because we still lack squad depth. We don't have squad depth. Even in this press conference, Erik Ten Hag mentioned about this, that Anthony Martial is still training. He's still undergoing his individual training, so he won't be included in the squad which is gonna travel to Spain. And Anthony is ill, so he won't be a part again. And this is somewhat worries me, because Anthony has not faced that much of injuries. He's not faced that kind of tackles, and still he's consecutively he's missing matches. I mean, I'm not saying he's a definitely match winner. We bought him for 85 million. That's a big thing. But he is missing matches, and that's really disappointing because you want consistency from your star players. You bought a player for around 80-85 million, and you want him to play every single week. Look at Bruno Fernandes, look at Rashford, look at Rafael Varane, look at De Gea. They are playing every single match. Look at Luke Shaw. So you want these sort of players, you want your star players to play in every single game, and unfortunately that's not happening with Antony. Antony has missed quite a few games. I mean, he did score against Barcelona, he did score against in that Carabao Cup, I still don't remember, but still that's what I'm saying. Antony is missing many matches, and that's not quite like Antony because he was quite regular at Ajax. Maybe this is the intensity of Premier League or something, but I really want him to play as a consistent winger. And on that winger thing, I think every situation has a silver lining, and I think that this Garnacho incident is it has kind of like opened door for Pellistri, because we have all seen Pellistri do a cameo thing in every single game. Like he's come off the bench and he has played some quite good crosses in the box for Weghorst or Rashford. But again, with Garnacho gone, I think he's gonna get more starting games, because I really want to see him starting, because like I said in my last video, Pellistri is sort of a player like that Barcelona team plays with, like Messi, like Manchester City plays like Bernardo Silva and Bernardo David Silva. So the player who are actually having that low center of gravity. So I really like that kind of player, because they are very immobile, they are very flexible, and let's just hope that Pellistri get these chances again ahead of Elanga, because I really want Elanga to go on loan right now. But right now we are lacking squad depth, so we need every pair of legs. But that was about injuries, and I'm not gonna delve much into that, because that's what I was talking about. And he was actually asked about Erik Ten Hag was actually asked about this prioritizing Premier League over FA Cup or Europa League. I think it was Simon Peach. I'm not sure about that, but that was he gave a befitting reply to this, because we have all seen Erik Ten Hag play like that. He gets into every single game with his most competitive and experienced team and a strong team, and he simply said that every game is important and every game is crucial to us, and at Manchester United we want to win every single trophy, and we can't just we can't underestimate our opponents. And I think that's quite honest, and I think that's what I like about Erik Ten Hag. He takes every single game seriously, and most importantly, I don't trust the bench. We don't have that kind of bench that you can trust, like Man City or Chelsea. Even though Chelsea are not winning, but definitely they are lacking a great manager. That's what worries me, because in the next season, what if they hire a new manager and that manager has that sort of backing and that sort of players? But again, I'm really sorry about that. So I was saying that it's really interesting to see that Erik Ten Hag goes into every single game with all the strength, with all his first team 11, because you don't trust Harry Maguire. What if he chooses his reserve side? What if he chooses Tom Heaton or Butland as a goalkeeper, and Harry Maguire and Lindelof as the centre backs, Elanga as the centre forward, not Rashford and Pellistri? And what if in the first half we are down to 2-0 or 1-0 or maybe 3-0 or maybe 3-1, 3-2? That's going to be really tricky for us, because right now we have a 3-goal advantage. Right now we are 4-1. But what if we are a couple of goals down in the first half and we are having a reserve team, and then when you sub on the Bruno Fernandes or Rashford, and what if they can't make an impact in that particular amount of time? So that's really going to be tricky for him as well. And I honestly believe that right now what Erik Ten Hag is going to do, he's going to make his strong team start the game. Let's hope that they can score a goal and extend that lead for a 4-goal advantage, and then After half time, maybe during maybe before half time, he'll make those changes and make the first team rest, because we want Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Casemiro. Unfortunately, Casemiro won't be available for the Premier League games right now, but we want Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Luke Shaw, Varane, Martinez. We want these players to have a couple of games of rest, because after Fulham we'll be having international break, and I really want these players to be a lot fresh for the last phase of Premier League, because that's going to be really competitive. You have seen, we have all seen the tables. Liverpool are now coming up. Chelsea is now trying to close the gap. Arsenal and Man City are having their own battle. We really need to make this momentum go. We really need to make our top 4 place secure, and that's looking quite tricky right now. I'm still confident about this, that we're gonna stay in the top 4, but still it's gonna be tricky, and we need those players. We need Bruno Fernandes, we need Rashford until the end of the season, and we don't want any injury regarding that. Let's hope we don't get. But today's match day, we'll be facing Real Betis against Real Betis, and we are actually having a 3-goal advantage. So let's hope that we don't mess it up, because I really want Man United to lift another trophy. It could be FA Cup, it could be Europa League. I'm really not bothered. I just want one more trophy this season. And on that note, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's hope that we get another interesting news or any other update regarding the ownership of this club. And if we do, we're gonna definitely post about that. Until then, please take care of yourself. Thank you for watching and tuning this show. Smash a like, give the video a thumbs up, and definitely smash the bell icon if you really want to have this amazing interaction with me. And on that note, I'm gonna say bye bye. Please take care of yourselves. It's a match day, so glory Man United. Bye bye.